Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's Elite Currency webinar weekly trading ideas. My name is Nenad, and before I start, have in mind that Forex trading carries a high level of risk, which is not suitable for everyone. Please ensure that you fully understand risks involved before you start trading live. Everything you see and hear from me is my personal opinion only. And quick outlook of the markets again before we start. There were some again. Florida has new report on COVID cases, +3 versus 3.7 day average. So it's again basically that cases are rising. So we see a little bit of weakness during the U.S. session. However, it's Monday. It's a little bit, I can say, always risky to trade, but I decided to go with less trades this week and more, let's say, risk setups per trade. So instead of risking 5% risk per day, I will be going with 2 to 4 maximum. So it means 1 or 2 setups per day. On gold, I expect further move up, and on gold, I think that market is going to push a little bit higher after retracement. 4 hour is now clear, very, very bullish, but it needs to drop in order to reject from 70-30 level. On euro dollar, I expect, well, it's tricky to say. Still don't have a confirmation for 4 hour long setups. Depending on this candle close, there might be a bit of, well, I can say buying, but not very, very strong buying because we have triple lower highs. So this is not a good sign for bears. For bulls, although it looks like it could reject, if it maybe if it rejects from 12 zone again, then this is 1280. This can be maximum. Then we might be seeing a drop again. So it really depends on where the market will be heading next. It is bullish on today's price action, but generally speaking, I'm not sure really. It's very hard to say on a higher time frames if the euro is bullish or bearish. For me, still more bearish. GBP dollar still more bearish. I have position that I have here on my new Camarilla MACD template. Basically, I will show you this is the GBP dollar that I have. I also think that this is the signal that I was given, but some data actually in Florida spiked the news, spiked the price up. My stop loss is exactly at 54.59 on this platform. So it's close to being stopped out, but I expect further push down. If we see the market going below 24.10 tomorrow, again, I will be shorting it. So it will depend on the daily close. However, markets are in a pullback mode. We see that last week 4 hour swing has been taken out. So it will be strange that the market actually closes above this level. But if it closes, then I guess that we will be waiting for a new signal, maybe to the long side. At this point, as long as the market is kept below 24.55, it is bearish. Well, if it gets above and closes above, probably it will go bullish. Australian dollar yen, we have a long opportunity, and I think that Australian dollar yen is going to push up. The only thing here is a conflicting signal. I have arrow and dot. If I saw dot and arrow, I will be going right now. So for me, this is still waiting time because I don't have overbought, oversold signal before the momentum. So this is waiting time. Unfortunately, my Australian dollar second entry hit stop. I have one swing entry that I left for testing purposes here, and this swing entry is doing quite well. But originally, the market dropped after Australia declared a further lockdown, so I'm neutral on this pair. Euro New Zealand is bearish. New bearish rejections happen if the market goes up. Then I will be selling it. So even on lower time frames and even on some other templates such as this one, I can see that markets might be rejecting these levels to the downside. Although I don't trade only GBP dollar and euro dollar on this template. Uh, Except for that, I was also watching not gold. I was actually saying gold. Yeah, GBPN. GBPN might be setting up okay for a retracement, but if the market gets here in this range, in this zone, I think this could be short. So around 133.60, there could be possibly short trade happening again. We need to see if the market will actually make a deeper pullback. If the deeper pullback is made without confirmation to the downside, we might have also long opportunities on GBP crosses. The best thing is not to take many trades during this crisis, because I see that COVID cases are actually rising in some countries. So risk on and risk off fight is very, very, very dangerous now. It's currently raging, and you need to be protecting your profits, guys, at all costs if you're in profit. New Zealand dollar, it's long at this point, but you see when the longs happen after a drop to weekly levels. So at this point, again, all of these setups are not very, very clear. What I expect, again, I told you, gold long, euro dollar short, if this doesn't it doesn't go above 1280, and GBP dollar, if it doesn't go above 2460, I think that we can be shorting this again. On 4 hour, no setups. On lower time frames, there could be some setups. Keep the risk under control, definitely below 5% per day, and you should be safe and don't risk too much on even if you have a good signal, guys. Have in mind that some trades it's much better to wait for situation to calm down than to take literally every signal. So at this point, I will be reducing the number of trades. Last week I made maybe 18 trades, but I will be waiting for more quality setups, and I will be trading myself with 2% of risk each trade. So guys, thank you for listening. Let's see what will happen. I will see you soon. Pay attention to these markets, and have in mind that markets are in a pullback, but general trend remains the same. See you soon. Cheers. Talk to you very, very soon.